Defect Ascension 20. As a reminder, the goal in 2022 is to beat the corrupt heart of the Spire 100 times with every character on Ascension 20. So far, we're 109 down, a measly 291 to go. Let's go. Generally speaking, I always look at the map after observing my starting bonus options to help me choose a path that seems reasonable. Reasonable paths are hard to find here in this Act 1. What do I plan to do if the game vote is a tie? Well, it definitely depends on which games it's tied between, but let's just say that I have in the past ended up playing multiple games from the game vote in months where ties have occurred previously. Currently Superliminal and Battle Brothers. Yeah, if they're close, doesn't even have to be exactly a tie. If they're pretty close, given that Battle Brothers is literally my own suggestion, so I have an active interest in playing Battle Brothers. I would consider Superliminal the game vote winner, and then I would just play Battle Brothers because I want to. Sounds like a win-win to me. So what do we do for a starting bonus here? Very unusual set of conditions. Let's look at the reasonable paths here. So, generally speaking, in Act 1 of Slay the Spire, you're looking to be able to kill at least one or two elites to get some relics so that you have a foundation upon which to build your deck, or at least get some kind of investment bonus later on. Those elites are a lot safer if you can get a rest site beforehand. Both of these look pretty reasonable to do. And then any elite that's in the second half of the act is also very appealing. Fortunately, to get over to this elite at all requires going through some pretty difficult early part. So the easier part of the act looks like something like this. One of these two green paths ends up being our most reasonable start. I guess we could even decide whether we want shop because we found potions, or shop because we didn't find potions, or we just want to go for more combats. We could also opt for the Rare Relic Curse start, planning on removing a curse early. I don't know how I feel about that. I also like having the option to try to take two elites here, but that would require getting some very, very good cards or potions from the first three combats. And we have our challenge path, which is exceedingly rewarding. Look at all these late act rest sites that we would get if we managed to go on the red path. It's 4 there. But it's all dependent on surviving this fight. Any card I take/use less often than Forethought. Honestly, Mind Blast is a card I haven't intentionally taken in a few thousand hours of play now. Outside of dailies, it does seem quite limited in its potential for use. Speaking of, I'm actually very tempted to take a colorless card here as our starting bonus. Not a big fan of 3 random potions. I suppose this could be the time for a boss swap. A good boss swap would let me take the red path, whereas a less impactful one will just encourage me to take the green path and will reward me in the later game for so doing. I'll click this button. Oh ho ho! That's a good one. Astrolabe, one of my favorite starts. Transform and upgrade 3 cards. I'm gonna go 2 strikes, 1 defend here. We get a Sweeping Beam plus 9 damage to all enemies, Machine Learning Plus, draw one more card per turn, and it currently not that great Force Field. 16 block, costing less per power played. Not a fantastically amazing Astrolabe, but definitely not a bad one at all. We'll definitely be incentivized to pick up additional powers from here to make this Force Field a bit better. Oh, come on. This would be your moment to shine, Sweeping Beam. What are you doing? You know, just being able to play this as 12 block is actually pretty good. By Sweeping Beam, I'm going to take 4. This makes me only take 2, and there's a 50-50 I take 0. Huzzah. Really now. Although Heatsinks is not particularly good with the innate power, it does make the force field crucially cost less. I think Rebound and Hologram are also very good. Rebound does damage to a targeted enemy and lets us put a important card back on top, such as our Sweeping Beam, or, once it's cheaper, the Force Field. I really do want to Heatsinks in this deck, though, right? Because we're going to want more other powers. The Rebound feels more immediately important. Dang it. Uh-oh. Defend, Zap? Or Defend, Rebound? I think Zap. That opens up Dual Cast as an option. Here, I'll just go Defend, Rebounds. Since we're drawing 6 cards per turn, I'm more willing to take defensive lines here because we're going to win on average. It's almost impossible to draw a hand that isn't block and damage at the same time. Ooh, there's a good one. Sunder lets us blap low health enemies, eliminating them entirely and refunding our energy price. Very good for Act 1 elites especially. And yes, the machine learning is a classic example. These aren't quite linked in the right way, but yeah, three linked gears in this configuration can't turn at all. And there's many instances of gears as art or imagery that are also locked into immobile configurations. Funny stuff. I'll take that Sunder. The Chaos and the Cold Snap aren't at all bad either, for the record. But they don't quite have the impact of Sunder. So I'm going to strike Defend here. But we can't stall for long in this fight. Should be able to kill with Sunder now. Which we're guaranteed to draw. Very weird set of cards so far. Fire Potion is exceedingly helpful. And, ooh, Recycle. Oh my. Oh, I like where we're headed if I take that. Recycle can be an energy generating card, very good alongside the machine learning in particular. Hologram's also nice for just getting a card back. That'd be particularly rewarding if I upgraded the Zap or had a zero-cost card, but currently we don't. Recycle could be that card. Who's our act boss? Hexaghost? There's also Rip and Tear, which is just a nice do damage right now option. It's okay. Take this recycle. And we're going to go red path here. I believe in the power of the potion and the power of the Sunder to carry us through. I also believe in the power of the cleric giving me a 17 hit point heal. Topping me off definitely makes me feel a lot safer about this. Card removal in this situation, not so much. We're already a very, very small and refined set of cards, and we'd much rather have the health. Greetings, Blue Slavermans. Yes, here we go. Can recycle the Sunder, interestingly. To play Rebound and Force Field, is that worth it? Or I can get rid of Rebounds. Let's do that. Get rid of Rebounds. Play Force Field. Get rid of Strike. Play Force Fields. If we can get to the point where we draw Force Field every turn, we can kill them with a Zap. It's a wildly entertaining course of action to have ended up at. But I kind of like it. Only we could draw the Zap. Yeah, the block cards. A little bit more. That should be the last we need to take in this fight. Pretty clean, ultimately, for a hard pool combat. Hey there, Mr. Grand TV. Life is good. Very good. Oh, extremely good. Beam Cell is perfect to complement what we're doing already, making us do dramatically more damage. Yes. Please, yes. Double yes to machine learning and recycle on turn 1 here. We can also get Zap deployed without waking up Lagavulin, so kind of the perfect turn, actually. Zach is desperately wanting another power to make the force field cheaper, though. Truly, truly desperately. Alright, at the end of this turn, Lagavulin wakes up no matter what. Looks like a pretty great time for Beam Cell Sunder. But there's also the option of Rebound, Beam Cell, Sweeping Beam, Beam Cell. And that way Lagavulin is vulnerable next turn. But next turn I'm probably just going to play Force Field. Let's just do Beam Cell Sunder. Get rid of that. And I think I'd prefer to play the Zap, so that we have 2 Lightning Orbs, and then defend 2 times, rather than defend 3 times here. Very much a fight where the longer it goes on, the better it gets for the Lagavulin. So if we can make it a shorter fight, that'd be great. Perfect. We get meat on the bone. If we're at or below half at the end of combat, we'll heal for 12. And we get a strength potion. And we get either Seek or Equilibrium, both of which are incredible. Chat asks, will we get bonus streams if we're behind the goal? Part of the reason that I created this year-long challenge for myself was to create a sort of incentive to have a push of streams at some point and to increase my uptime. So that would be working as intended if that's what ends up happening. Mr. Grand TV, how do you know when a defect is happy? They're beaming. This is a genuinely very good equilibrium. Build your own runic pyramid, so to speak. But I think I'm going to take the Seek that we're offered. If we see another equilibrium, that'd be great. For now, I'll focus on upgrading Sunder. And Blapping. This is what Fire Potion's for, because Sunder doesn't quite kill a sentry on its own, unless we have a little bit of help. And that should make life a lot simpler for us. Strike the one with the lower health now. Seek the Defend? Double Defend. Spending my whole turn blocking isn't productive, though. I think I'd prefer to rebound Sweeping Beam. I could seek for it immediately, but now that I have Force Field in hand, I'm going to seek for Recycle. Recycle to Force Field. Play Defend Strike. Fortunately, the dual cast doesn't get used. Wait a minute. I want to take 5 more damage. Oh, good. I have to take 5 more damage. Hooray! That way, meat on the bone. We'll get Bag of Preparation, put that on the list of best relics to get as Defect. And I want another power to make our force field cheaper. White Noise is another power, and that's all it is, really. We don't know what else it might be, other than it's a power. Good news is we've made it easily through the most difficult part of the red path, and now we get to reap the rewards. Many upgrades, lots of good relics, including the blue key. Let me go for the recycle upgrade first. Although Beam Cell and Seek are also important. Those will probably be the 3 we upgrade. Recycle, Beam Cell, and Seek. Potentially in that order. Thievery. Are you sure it's not dead? Very. Good fight. Glacier, huh? And I don't have any orbs yet. And I have a recycle. Welcome. That's a good block card. I can actually go this way if I want one more event, one less combat. Feels like I don't particularly need more card rewards at the moment, especially when they're all unupgraded. Although, if we want to get more powers, the only way to do that is more card rewards, of course. Food for thought. Still, I'll take the event. This could be a bonus relic, perhaps. Or it could be absolutely nothing. Because we tell the snake to get snuck. The least necessary uncommon upgrade in the game. Oh, there's definitely going to be some stiff competition there. Rampage is one of my nominations. Look at that double Sunder play. That is hype. Toy Ornithopter now heals us even more than Meat on the Bone, giving us 5 whenever we dronk a potion. And we're offered another power. Static Discharge gives us some orb generation. And makes the white noise, the machine learning even... Sorry, the force field even cheaper. I like it against Hexaghost. I like Static Discharge a lot against the Heart, too. And we have really good sustain. So I think I like the Static Discharge for a lot of reasons. And I'm going to grab it. Imaginary Friend, thank you so much for 23 months of support. I actually almost want to upgrade the Static Discharge before I upgrade Seek here. With this Hexaghost fight. Lets us do some really fun stuff. Let's do it. We'll want it upgraded for later anyway. Heat sinks, heck yeah. I do slightly regret not taking that heat sinks from earlier. Only slightly, though. Sure. Yeah. So this way the Static Discharge will actually block quite a bit as well. Let's get this out of the draw pile. That's because as we take hits, the Frost Orbs get evoked, providing block mid-turn there. Would have been an okay time for the Weak Potion. No blocks on this shit. Definitely a fight where we need to do damage, so I'm tempted to Beam Cell Sunder. That'd be good timing for the Weak Potion then. Or I can play Glacier. Choose to use the Weak Potion here. Just dish out the pain. Get zippity zapped. If I don't recycle the burn and I play the defend, I'll take 1 damage. Perfect. You fool. Sweeping Beam and then rebound this force field. Could have won by simply playing Sunder, but then we take the burn damage. And I foresee that we do not take any damage if I rebound the force field. Just the hands that we can draw. Holy moly! Here's some options. Another copy of Seek before us. Electrodynamics to give area damage to our lightning orbs. Or Bias Cognition to make our focus immense. Definitely in favor of taking a power here. That's the last power we need to get Force Field free. Once we've played them all. And it means the Glacier will block for enormous amounts. Further encourages us to take more orb cards, gives us a reason to get artifacts. Really like the bias cognition here. Oh, hello. Choices, choices. Really good choices. Choice 1, Inserter, giving us an orb slot every other turn, meaning we'll naturally scale up in strength over the duration of combat. If we can find a way to make bias cognition permanent, then this becomes the ultimate answer to late game combats. In particular, Inserter is a hard counter of sorts for the Awakened one, who is something we should at least start thinking about, given how power-centric we are so far. Nuclear Battery would give us more energy immediately during combat, 1 energy each turn until it's evoked. It's not bad. Gives us something to do with dual cast initially. Or Empty Cage outright removes 2 cards from this deck. I would probably dunk 2 strikes. That means we're much more likely to draw our best cards on turn 1, especially with the Bag of Preparation. We'll have high likelihood of seeing Seek, Recycle, or other important things. And it means we get to start out strong, although we have less energy to spend. That's not too much of a problem for Defect. That said, I really do like this Inserter a lot. A lot in this position, especially since we could do things like Rebound the Glacier, play it 2 times in quick succession. I guess the question is, how well are we doing in the shorter fights at the moment? Inserter feels like something that really benefits me in Act 3. If I take it now, can I handle Act 2 with what I have? We have most of the pieces for that, but I wouldn't say that we're confident in handling Act 2 unless we do something like remove some cards. That does, I think, more incline me to take Empty Cage. Generally speaking, it's better to answer the problems you have now rather than the problems that you're going to encounter later, because the problems that you have now are the ones that can kill you. Okay, I think that means I'll try the Empty Cage here. Remove 2 more starter cards from this deck. Really refine it down to just the really good stuff. And we can further do that at a store. That way I won't feel terrible about fighting an elite relatively early on here in Act 2, whereas put me in this exact same position except I have Inserter over Empty Cage, this elite is going to look a lot more terrifying. Don't ever really feel that good about the Nuclear Battery, especially because of Static Discharge, which just wastes the energy entirely if the Plasma Orb is evoked by damage on your opponent's turn. So, we definitely go here. From there, could opt into the Burning Elite if we somehow felt mega capable, but more realistically, we're going to go this way. I guess I'll mark the Burning Elite in red as a haha, wouldn't it be cool if I could do this? But realistically, that's suicide. And then we can maybe go up here or here. We'll make decisions after we get to the chest. We'll figure out if we want to fight an elite or not. But I like this opening to the act. We have a lot of money burning a hole in our pocket, and I would like to spend some of it here at the merchants. That way we have a confident answer to one of these elites. Seek 4. Wait, no, what? Or what? Recycle so that I can rebound Glacier? That's a fun one. Going very defense, though. Guess that's okay with the bias cognition. Very defense-oriented. Let's give that a try. Loop. Of course, we are losing focus pretty rapidly, so we need to start doing damage quickly. Or else... we will perish. Little cast rebounds up. Oh, I guess the dual cast didn't matter that much. Necessarily. Cycle this defend, rebound the Sunder. So I can kill with Sunder next turn. Beautiful fight. Weird fight, but beautiful fight. Turbo's okay. I don't really quite have the card draw for it yet. Feels like we want a Skim or a Cool-Headed. Ah, Cool-Headed, that's what I want. I was eyeing the Cold Snap, trying to figure out why it looked almost takeable. I would prefer a Cool-Headed, but I suppose I'm okay with one Cold Snap for now. Give me one more Frost Orb and one more attack. Yes. How's it going, Merle? Oh man, and we get a card removal here. It's time to get these defends out of this deck. Although I might consider removing dual casts, considering how it's treated me so far. Sure am missing a lot of starter cards, huh? Now, let's just keep dunking defends. Lose one here, and then presumably also lose one defend in this shop? Well now. And Sling of Courage is here? I didn't even see that initially, actually. But you're telling me that I can afford the Frozen Egg and the Storm. That is pretty exceedingly tempting. The only thing more tempting would be Chemical X Transmutation, which is thankfully not here. But not only is that super cool and synergistic, that is one of my favorite types of Defect deck to play. Storm. Channel 1 Lightning whenever you play a power card. It's good stuff. Is Barrage good here? I think it has potential. Definitely we're able to get the orb slots filled up, so it'll do multiples of damage pretty easily. And I think it'd be very good with a Sling of Courage. Could also go Toxic Egg Aggregate or Toxic Egg Recycle. Although I don't think I need 2 copies of Recycle Plus in a deck this small. We're not even going infinite, right? So I think I'm going to do this. This is entirely too fun. Storm Plus is innate, so we're guaranteed to draw that on turn 1 alongside Machine Learning. Not a bad thing, thanks to Bag of Preparation. And it means we get to make stuff happen pretty immediately here. Looks like it might need to be Recycle. So Vulnerable makes Sunder do 48 damage. The birds take half damage when they're in the air, so they'll only take 24 damage from Sunder with Vulnerable. And Beam Cell only does 2. So I have to play... If I want Sunder to kill one, I have to play Cold Snap on the target. So we have a couple of options here. We can seek for recycle the Sunder, use the energy to just play the whole hand. Although we could basically do that already. Or we can seek for recycle, I'm going to say Machine Learning. And then my turn becomes Beam Cell, Cold Snap, Sunder. Sunder gets the energy back. Play Storm, play Biased. Good highlight of why we want to upgrade Seek next, though. One more card fetched right now. We'll do that here. One more card fetched right now would be a game changer and would let me block the remaining damage. Overall, pretty good outcome, though. Shame I can't simply fetch the Force Field and play all the powers and the Force Field. We're just one shy there. Smart Hand, thank you so much for 4 months of keeping it cozy. You keep watching. I'll keep streaming. I could also play Machine Learning instead of Storm if I wanted to draw more cards next turn but not have a Lightning Orb. No thanks. Okay, so we take 6. And Gaber Eyes, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Jeez. Double Storm. The Restorming. Beam Cell here, Rebound here, Sunder here. Draw the Sunder next to her. Not too bad. There's the card draw. Skim says draw 3, and I say yes. Reinforced Body also a nice way to block, but I think Skim is the must-have. Now that we have a Skim, we can also take energy-generating cards like Turbo more enthusiastically. And I'll take an event here, I think. Or do we want to just keep trying to look at powers? Apparitions would be takeable. Bites would be a hard no. What other events are in Act 2 that I care about? Upgrade all strikes defense would be a free remove. Really good events are later in the act. I think we should take an extra combat here. I've got the healing to support it after all. Give me another chance at getting a potion, give me another reward here. Gotta be Seek for Beam Cell. That lets me just kill the cultist on turn 1. Cold Snap. White Noise would add 2 dazed into the draw pile. It's kind of questionable. Guess I'll just play the Glacier armor up for next turn, since the cultist will attack us. 9 by 2, not too bad. I'm gonna opt out of the bias this time. Ready to lose focus yet. One might be a little longer. Now is the time to play it. And I suspect also these defend cards. Other option is to play no block take 1 damage from the first hit and get 9 block back. So I would take 1 plus 13 minus 9, 4. I take 5. Whereas if I block twice, I block for 22. Incoming 26, take 4. Actually, no, it's 2 evocations, right? So I'll only take 1 damage if I play no block cards. Excuse me. Oh, well, that's way better. I'll play the white noise then. Actually, if I evoke this, I still... So don't even play that. Okay, just play the beam cell, and we take 1 damage. Look at that. A beauty to behold. And that's why I like Static Discharge. How's it going, Heavy Ink? Runs are good today. This is our first Spire run. We had some Hades earlier, and that went fantastically. It's now time to take Turbo. Rebound Plus is a little tempting, but the Energy Gain card says gain energy on it, and our Seek now says plus on it, so we can seek for Turbo Plus and Sunder, for example. Or Turbo Plus and Glacier. Or whatever the situation might be. This deck is really starting to come together in a truly beautiful way. Do we berserkingly charge down the red path? I think that'd be a good way to get killed right now. As it stands, life is good. We're powerful but not overpowered. And as long as we keep collecting upgrades and card rewards, that's going to continue to be true. Polar Pain, thank you so much for 28 months of support. Once you practice thinking about Static Discharge as a potential block option, you might be surprised by how often you can find unusual and creative block options for yourself. I think I'm just going to dual cast this Frost Orb right now, though, the Cold Snap one. Play the Turbo, play all 5 cards, dual cast Cold Snap, Storm, Machine Learning Zap. Do I Strength Potion against the Book of Stabbing? This is definitely a fight where a little bit more damage would be helpful, but we do have Static Discharge in this deck, don't forget. Maybe things aren't too bad after all. Okay, I'll keep the Strength Potion for now. It's only 2 damage on this turn after all. Okay, well, Static Discharge, it's time to shine. Hashtag Yellow Swag City says, can I explain the Frozen Egg pick over the Toxic? Ultimately, it's about creating a combo for the deck. We have this Force Field card that incentivizes playing more powers, and we were simultaneously able to pick up the Storm power that also incentivizes playing more powers. So I saw an opportunity to kind of all in on powers and wanted to see where that went. It's certainly possible that the Toxic Egg pick would be better. We'd have a Skim Plus, a Turbo Plus. That'd be pretty dang good. But there's lots of things that this can upgrade still. Am I even playing this Defend? I guess that's the question. Oh. Looks like the answer is no. I will get poked. Have fun. Thank you, meat on the bone. So I can just skim twice. Get Sunder into my hand, recycle the Glacier, and play the Sunder. Absurd. Get Bottled Lightning, letting us start combat with a particular skill in my opening hand. And there's the heat sinks that I wanted. Now it's upgraded with Frozen Egg. Yes. Allow me to draw cards whenever I play powers, please. So wait, I have a Bottled Heat Sinks Plus? Because I have a Bottled Seek. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. This just got real spicy. I think that means my best upgrade just became Turbo. because of how much card draw that just became. Bandy Rastard, what do you call a smelly defect? Someone who heat stinks. And someone who boot thingies, getting us 14 block on turn 2. I would like to opt into your elite fight, please. Thank you. Greetings, you poor doomed nerds. You have no idea how screwed you are. I'm going to seek for heat sinks and force field. Then I'm going to recycle the force field while it still costs 4. Now I have 7 energy and an awful lot of cards in my hand. And Sunder is here. Although Beam Cell is notably not here. Turbo is also still in the draw pile. There's Beam Cell. A little bit... Actually, are you perfectly in time? This does 48 damage. Beam Cell does 4, so yes, I can kill a 52 health target with Beam Cell Sunder. Perfect timing. Let's just go ahead and go, boop, boop. And then a little bit more of this. And a little bit more of this. 50-50 on skim, turbo here. I'll risk it. Yes! The turboing continues. Now they're turboned. The Monolith, thank you so much for the incredibly generous 5,000 bits of support. Monolith says, I want you to know that 7 of the games in my Steam library are there because I showed them off on stream. I wanted to thank me. I've helped you find great games and have been a lot happier with the purchases because you've had a better idea of if you'd like the game before you like it. Also giving you hundreds of hours of entertainment, so... Well, thank you. Thank you for that huge show of support, and I'm so glad that this stream has helped you find great games. I only play games that I enjoy, or at least have a pretty good idea that I might enjoy. And I'm really glad that that helps folks at home find experiences for themselves, too. If only this was a Reboot Plus. I suppose it's not too late to take a genetic algorithm here. Start leveling that up for the later game. That'll be pretty good, actually. Especially easy to do with a bottled Seek, right? This is a ridiculous guaranteed turn 1 that we have. It's truly absurd. Oh, there's Sunder. Guess what, Sunder? You're recycled. There, I said it. Should have rebounded that. Double happening. There's the capacitor we wanted. Gain 3 orb slots, into which our orbs may bloom. Definitely. Also a Turbo Plus. On offer, no Toxic Egg. I'll take this Ancient Potion to potentially block our Bias Cog debuff in a key fight And you better believe I'll take yet another elite fight. I'm ready. I think Seeking Heatsink's Turbo is a pretty good turn 1 most of the time. Card draw is out of control. If I rebound the Sunder and draw it... That won't work. Don't rebound the Sunder. Got it. Rebound the Beam Cell. Definitely not the correct way to do that. But we're here now. And it still seems like I'm winning, so I'll take it. A lot is happening. And now you're a lot of dead. Good fight. Letter Opener is going to be a ton of free area damage every 3 skills we play. Usually we definitely do that at least once on turn 1, so tons of area damage for free. If we want a good block, Charge Battery Plus is on offer here. And I do think we want a little bit of help blocking. If it says plus, you must not refuse. I'll take it. Transform 2 cards, except I'm almost out of cards to transform. I guess I could transform 2 defends. Makes me even happier that I took Charge Battery then. If we get powers, they'll be upgraded powers. Otherwise, we're taking the Jax card, trading health for strength. Not that useful. Or mutagenic strength for strength on turn 1. Still not that useful, just because we don't have very many attacks. Sure, transform 2 defense. What do we get? Another genetic algorithm and a recursion. Interesting finds. Definitely happy with the second algorithm. That's much better than a defend. Do I dare visit the shop? Don't have that much money. We'd actually rather get into a fight to level the algorithms. I could remove a card, sure, but we just got rid of the last 2 worst cards in the deck. I guess there's Zap, Dual Cast, and Recursion to consider on the chopping block. But we're fine. So let's not go there. Let's go here. Play the Snake Plant. And get rewarded for so doing. Heat sinks and just give me the force fields. Let's guarantee that. And rebound it too. Good. Charge battery, rebound, force field. Don't get to play the algorithm that way. Algorithm, force field, battery? That'll do. Got 14 free block next turn after all. Upgraded power. Or another skim. Zeknar, thank you so much for the generous raid. Welcome on in, folks. Zeknar, very talented Spire streamer. Let's see, twitch.tv/Zeknar. But what if that shop had Mummy Hand? Then we wouldn't have been able to afford it, and we would have been very sad. Would have been Mummy Head being an uncommon relic costs about 250 gold base plus 10% for being on high Ascension, so it would be out of our price range. That's right, Loop is also more card draw, and more scaling, and more distant cawing, ominously. And that's okay. We have a whole act to prepare. Hopefully. It's actually a pretty good recursion upgrade, truthfully. But I think we should upgrade the bias, especially in case I find a fusion hammer after this boss. Recycle turn 1. So in the collector fight, we're going to be looking to thin the deck out, play the sweeping beam to clear the minions off, but mostly just get set up with a whole bunch of powers. Don't think we want to play biased on turn 1. Definitely seeking for, of course, heat sinks and I think the white noise, maybe. Let's get all powers down. We should find out what this is first. Defrag, okay. So if we wanted to recycle Sunder, this would be a decently appropriate time for that. That way we have a lot of energy this turn. Ultimately, we're looking to redraw the Force Field and what? Sweeping Beam over and over again? It's rather unclear, actually. I still want some Frost Orbs. Looks like we might struggle for damage if I get rid of the Sunder, though. Oh, well. You're gone. Algorithm, Cold Snap, Glacier. Keep the Bias Cog for a little bit later in the fight. We're not going to need the extra block next turn. Or I could just use the Ancient Potion with it to totally easily win this fight. That sounds really good, actually. Let's do that. Yeah, I like this line. Wait, how is... I guess that's the other algorithm. GG. Might have actually done that even without using the Ancient Potion. Well, we get a potion back. I'm not going to think too hard on it. Do we take a second copy of Seek, or do we add Electrodynamics to the mix, giving us yet another power? Upgraded power, causing lightning to hit all enemies. That would definitely result in some very big blapification in any multi-enemy fight. Reptomancer, Shapes, Spire Spear and Spire Shield. Yeah, I'll take it. And it's got a free upgrade after all. Ooh, choices. If we want energy, we must either give the heart 1 point of strength, which is definitely intimidating right now. Especially if I'm looking to rely on static discharge at all. Or we must reduce our number of card picks. Our last option, Black Star. It causes elites to give extra relics when defeated. That means we're not taking any base energy per turn, but that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. I'm going to reiterate what Faylee's saying in chat here. In the Twitch chat is not the place to dispute the moderation of the Twitch chat that is being actively moderated. The moderator says that a comment or statement doesn't belong in the chat, then that is the case. At least for that current moment. Disagreements can be had afterwards, and reflections on actions can be taken from there, but please. The least productive thing is always to get into any kind of disagreement or argument publicly. Never helps. I'm going to take this Black Star. I really don't like the penalties associated with these two boss relics that we have to take for energy. And I'm hoping that we might be able to use this to get some energy-generating relics, like, for example, the Mummified Hand. Did you know that you can now support me directly on YouTube by getting a channel membership? For as low as $5 a month, you'll get access to perks like custom badges and emojis to use in comments, and discounts on the merch store, all while helping support me and this channel. Just click the join button below to get started. Now back to the video. I think with our Bottled Seek, we'll be more than capable of defeating many elites this act. Have to fight this one, so we'll also be fighting this one, which means our first one is one of these three. We can fight this one and go to this shop. We can fight this one and go to this shop. I think I want to go to... Actually, I can go to this shop and then fight either, so let's go to this shop. Get one more floor to amass money. Sounds good. How does the current deck hold against Time Eater? Could be a little bit of a problem if we cannot find an artifact source for the bias cognition in that fight. But otherwise, I think we'll be okay. For the most part. Algorithm to level after all. I like that we have to fight either Time Eater or Awaken one, but thankfully not both. That's definitely going to make this a little bit easier. Ooh, you're telling me I can Echo form this algorithm? Maybe. Only if I can avoid killing. I'm just going to play it now, actually. Death is in the wind. Self-repair plus. Now that's a power, and it's a power that lets us stay basically at full health forever. Pretty good. Welcome. Definitely going to look at 3, especially since we just got a way to sustain that damage. I'll look at 3 colorless cards here. There might be 0-cost powers. Impatience is rather nice. Card draw if we have no attacks in hand. Discovery can be powers. Violence isn't that good because of our low attack count. Apotheosis, upgrading all of the non-power cards in the deck, but there's not actually that many of them. Though it would essentially be a bottled apotheosis. Interesting thought. I'll definitely be taking Impatience here. We have no attacks, draw 2. I think we can put that to very good use, especially since we have Recycle. And And that would be a lot better with an Apotheosis. Okay, I'll take an Apotheosis. What about this discovery? Yeah, Apotheosis also helps these algorithms level a bit faster, which is pretty good. Cryptid Chin says, at what point do we consider not taking a power on a run like this? We do have to weigh each power against our ability to, I guess, mitigate the additional damage of Awakened One, but most of the downsides of powers has been entirely negated by the Heat Sinks and the Bottled Seek. It really is a very deadly combo here, because we can always play Heat Sinks on turn 1. More powers just means more card draw, which usually means we can just get more stuff done. I'm going to skip. Really would like Mummy Hand to complete this, but it's absolutely not necessary. At all. Does feel like an aggregate would be good, though. There's Apotheosis. Leveling up the dual cast also helps a lot, actually. Oof. And I have Apotheosis? Yes. Double your energy. Give me more energy. This deck has tons of card draws, so more energy is definitely one of the big things that we want to have here. Please. Another copy of Heatsinks Plus. There's also Ori, letting me look at 5 additional card rewards, looking for, I don't know, more powers, maybe? Would this deck take an Amplify, or would that be a waste? I think it would. I think it would be very powerful. Does feel like we want a bit more energy generation. I did just get a double energy plus, though. There could be even more here in the Ori, though, and I can afford Ori Heatsinks. I guess there's also technically this turbo. Alright, what do you got? Another double energy? Another Machine Learning Plus, a Turbo Plus, an Act 1 card reward, another Self-Repair, that's excessive. This is unnecessary. I think I'll take another double energy. Hey, Sowsman, would I add another creative AI to this? Would I add creative AI to this deck? I would, because it would be every turn card draw in a really helpful way. So I think that I would. I'll take this turbo. Don't want that machine learning. All right. Have we reached peak saturation? I am not sure. We're gonna find out together. And couldn't I have found you right before the shop? How rude. How rude. Technically go this way, too. Basically the same few nodes either way. Guess Apotheosis is now our best upgrade. That's save us 1 energy. What am I seeking for? Actually, Sunder, I think. Sunder Heatsinks. Can't draw more cards, though, so what's the point? Here we go. The power. Oh my. 24 energy. 1 million cards. Yes. We are Defect. Fear us. Actually a decent barrage. You think that was excessive? Oh boy, you're in for a treat. Start with turbo heat sinks, kind of as usual here. Pretty sad pen nib. I'll do it though. Turbo. I'm only going to play one double energy, because I don't think I need all of the energy this turn. But I could be wrong. Let's see, what would I like to rebound? Nothing in my hand. Actually, rebound the beam cell. Okay, that. Energy next turn. Yeah, glad I didn't play the second one, because we're now out of core draw. Still one more free turn. Yeah, that was... Wow. Let's see, it's headed to silly places. Now we play the bias cog. I think I'm going to recycle Glacier. That feels very strange. Bonk. Don't need 2 turbos anymore. Easy. Oh, man. So, remember how I've been seeking for heat sinks every turn? Every combat? About that. Also, can I introduce you to my friend, second copy of Bias Cognition Plus? Esquire. Does this speed potion do anything? Yeah, it does. Okay. Brilliant. Ceramic Fish gains me 9 gold whenever I add a power card to the deck. Perfect. This hand deck is too perfect at this point. I could just kill them all with Electro, but I've got algorithms to level. Curses. Good turn. is. Yes, another Storm Plus. It is complete. So what was I planning on doing against the Awakened one? The answer is play more powers. And that's how we win. Perfect. The madness continues. Oh yes. We need a creative AI? Guess what? We have a creative AI. Had one the whole time. And the answer is yes, I would definitely take an Amplify in this deck at this point. Juzu Bracelet guarantees no combat encounters here or here. We also get War Paint upgrading 2 random skills, and if we want it, an Overclock Plus for even more card draw. But is that too much card draw? It might be. Guess those upgrades don't really matter much. Sir, you're supposed to let the enemy have a turn. No, they don't deserve a turn. Not after what they did. Madness is mediocre. Let's do some max out there. And a bonus merchant containing a Dolly's Mirror and a Capacitor Plus. Although I can't afford both. There's also Consume here. We could double our Seek Plus. We could double our... We could get another Storm. Note that if we duplicate a card that's in a bottle, the duplicate is not also bottled. We get 9 gold back in either order. Third Biased is also a hilarious option. You don't really need to block the debuff from Bias Cog if you just play 3 copies of it. Let's do the Seek, though. And we're 1 gold short of Consume. Pretty funny. You dupe the genetic algorithm, does it keep the current block value? Yes. Yes, it does. So duping a leveled up genetic algorithm is a completely valid strategy. Definitely. This is a ridiculous hand. Because I can even go like Heatsink, Storm, Electro. Would be absurd. Too easy. If I don't play this algorithm, I'm not gonna get to play it. So I don't regret that too much. Didn't even play the machine learning, actually. Made a bit of a mistake. Nah, we're good. Calipers are ridiculous here, allowing me to get all of the block in the deck on turn 1 and then just keep it. Truly, truly absurd. Fission. Yes, Fission. Evoke all your orbs, gain an energy, and draw a card for each orb evoked. That's going to be the upgraded version that we play with after playing Apotheosis anyway. So now I feel like we have a really convincing answer to Awakened One, too. Good. Yes. The power. Seek for double energy to keep us going, and the other algorithm, because that way I can just end the fight happily. GG to both of you. Alright, good turn 1. It is the Awakened One that we face. How will we face them? Was the question. The answer is I don't care. Because before me, you are nothing. Actually forgot I had a second Seek last time. You know that we have that? That sounds really helpful. Here goes nothing. This is kind of scary, actually. Here we go. Still haven't gotten Electro in play. TBP Sir Smoke a Lot. Thank you so much for 3 months of support. The machine learning, you got it, bub. Let me keep this turn going as long as I possibly can, because we have calibers, so there's really no reason not to. Let's get a lot of block while we can. Should be Baalorlord. Whoops. I accidentally killed the boss. My bad. Okay. Your turn. .62 attack power, huh? Sure would take a lot of block to stop that. Wait a minute. Alright, you can have one turn, but only one. After that's bedtime, buddy. GG. Well, that was ridiculous. Two thump, a deep pulsing dread could be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of this all-powerful deck? Deal 26-11 and laugh your way to the core of the spire. 3 gift subs. Thank you, Zuthis, for the 3 gifted subs. For donking that Awakened one. Can we make it a 4-turn hard fight? That's my question. There is no point to resting. I guess there's not much point to upgrading either. No, there is. We upgraded double energy. Play this one before Apotheosis. Yeah. I'll take an Ancient Potion. And Krogzar with the match. Thank you as well for the 3 gifted subs. A slam dunk. Let's go Energy Potion. But which Ancient Potion? Oh, they're even the same price. You. And onwards. Is this the perfect opening hand of all time? I think it might be. Time Vagabond, thank you so much for the 3 gifted subs. Might be the best YouTube thumbnail of all time. Good lord, what is happening here? You're telling me that my Seek is going to be for turbo double energy. Screw the Apotheosis here. Let's go. Boop. Boop. Heat sinks. Storm. Turbo. Bias Cognition. Electro. All the zapping in the world. Seek for the other algorithm. And yeah, wow, just absolutely obliterated. Dang. White Bee statue from the elites, of course. This will get Ornamental Fan for a bit of block if we play 3 attacks. Seems relatively unlikely, honestly. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to perfect the hearts, because we're very likely to just take Beat of Death damage when we Seek. Yeah, because I can't block right now until we play the powers. But that's okay. So, what am I seeking for? We just go the full massive energy. I seek for double energy, turbo, use the energy potion, and the other heat sinks. That feels like the right play. We'll take a lot of damage to the Beat of Death, but once we're set up, we'll be fine. That's right, the potions also heal me. For 5, right? That's right, I forgot about Tyranithopter, because it's barely done anything this game. Turbo. Energy Potion. Double energy to 16 energy here. Heat sinks. Storm. I guess I can Glacier now. But I want the focus, so I'll Storm again. Now I can play this. Double energy time again? Yes. Let's give me all of the energy this turn, please. Contemplating recycling Ascender's Bane just to create room in hand here, but I don't think that's necessary. Doesn't matter if the algorithm is upgraded or not, because this is the final fight. We just play it for the block value now. Might get rid of rebound. Nah. Well, that's a lot of powers. Alright, if I'm gonna rebound the recycle, getting rid of Ascender's Bane, just to make a room in hand here. There's Apotheosis. We might as well play the other bias this turn. There's no need to use the Electros yet. We'll be saving those for a future turn. Because we can only do so much damage in one turn, after all. So we should stop playing powers now. This is our first turn. Let's keep 100 block. And there's a lot more besides. From Glacier getting played a bunch. Headed our way. I see that there's a lot of statuses I gotta deal with. Mildly annoying. Okay, not able to do a full 200 here, unfortunately. I think that's fine, though. A lot of statuses we had to draw through this cycle, after all. More orbs. Okay, rebound, recycle the wound. Get this out of my hands. Get this out of my hands. Play vision. Recycle one of the turbos. We have too many turbos now. Play this Electro. Play this Glacier. Incursion, Turbo. Draw a card. Get rid of the Cold Snap. Yeah. Feels like we're in good shape. Nice try, Mr. Hart, but not today. GG. Easy peasy. Hey there, if you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And before you go, join us on Twitch and watch live. I'm there 5 days a week playing Slay the Spire, answering questions, and chilling with the community. Click the link in the description to follow right now. Ta-ta for now.